Let's get started. Hey everyone, this is Lanson. We're going to play some Pillars of Eternity today. Just got through with a bunch of upkeep on spells and such, and we're about to enter... what city is this called again? Oh god, I've forgotten. Oh right, Defiance Bay. We're about to enter Defiance Bay. So here we go. I guess we'll go to Copper Lane. Take 15 minutes, that's fine. Let's move on. Okay, so I just kind of finished... I'll upload it in a separate video too. I was kind of finished doing a bunch of upkeep, kind of finally figuring out the spell book and everything, enchanting some gear a little bit. Kind of generally just doing a lot of the basic stuff that probably wouldn't be as fun to do on camera. Oh, we finished Act 1. Defiance Bay, the city at the heart of the Drywood's revolution, now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by Widewind's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to animancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilt of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing their deity's fate. I had the sound turned down. I didn't realize that there was a guy actually reading all this. So I kind of read over it. My bad. That probably made some confusion, huh? Alright, well, here's Defiance Bay. I'm going to do fast mode.
The city of Defiance, crown jewel of the Deerwood. If you ask the locals, anyway.
Definitely going to take everything. It's just a car. Stay out of the catacombs. Okay, fine. Bunch of protesters. Animancers that brought divine wrath on us all. Yet the Duke and his toadies and the Crucible Knights do nothing. Stranger? New in town, eh? You've picked up an interesting time to visit Defiance Bay. All these refugees fleeing the frontier and finding the legacies no better here. It's the Animancers, Magra and Scorsham, and they nest in the city like rats. You mark my words, though. Us dozens are gonna put a stop to it. 10 of the dozens. We're an organization of interested citizens who want to free Defiance Bay from the dangerous influence of Animancers and the tyranny of the aristocrats who support them. We also consider ourselves a militia of sorts, seeing as the Crucible Knights are little more than a flock of preening nobles in training these days. Just like a militia, the dozens, except for the training, and the discipline, and the code of honor. So it seems like Eder isn't too fond of them. And we're always looking to expand. The more people see things our way, the better for the state of the country. You have an interest in hearing more? Stop by Admis Den sometimes, the Expedition Hall. A lot of free thinkers in there. Can set straight all the nonsense the nobles and the Animancers want you to believe. Might even be some paid work there for motivated types. What are you doing out here? Trying to get some folk to see reason. We're in the midst of a crisis, and instead of purging nefarious forces from our city, the Duke is granting Animancers dangerous liberties. What do you know about Animancy? It's the study of manipulation of essence, which any sane person will tell you is the purview of the gods. The Adrians, at least, had the sense to outlaw it, which is the only good thing you can say about them. It's not like magic, chanting, or the soul readings these ciphers do. It's been around since ancient Engwithan times, which is why you'll see Animancers tinkering with old Engwithan artifacts. Half-truths all, but he's an enthusiastic performer, I'll give him that. Trouble is, the Animancers got no idea what half those artifacts actually do, unless they'll admit it. Our emphatic friend is correct about one thing, at least. I can worry about the Bay. It's the capital of the Free Palatinate of the Drywood. We started out as the capital of the Adrian colony, but we booted the Flaccid Scepter from these lands 150 years ago. Wow. Sounds like the Flaccid Scepter probably didn't put up a whole lot of fight. These days, we're a major port receiving trade and visitors from all over the world, but we, some of us anyway, strive to hold on to the pioneering spirit that earned us all our freedoms a century and a half ago. The city is divided into 5 districts: Copper Lane, First Fires, Andra's Gift, Brackenbury, and Heritage Hill. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get a rundown here. This here's Copper Lane. It's primarily a market district, but you've also got the Expedition Hall directly north of here, where you can join treks into the wilds. That's also where my fellow dozens, martyrs, and I tend to meet up with each other, with other concerned citizens. And that's the hall. He points to a long domed building west and north of your position. And that's the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Eerie place, he asks me, but they got the biggest library in the Drywood. Eerie indeed, might be less so if more kids stepped inside. Perhaps we ought to visit Tigerbuck and see just what mysteries are revealed. Okay. What about, wait, what do you even ask about? Brackenbury? Yeah. The noise of disgust rattles in his throat. The nobility that didn't sail back to Ader stay there. Most of the families there trace their lineage back to the old imperial times. Other than a lot of has-been nobility, you've got Hadrit House, where Lady Webb and her spies operate, and Brackenberry Sanitarium, the main cesspit of animancy in the city. He spits in the cobblestones. Wow. Wow. Put the sanitarium right next to the nobility? That's pretty bold. How about the first fires? The revolution started, hence the name. These days it's overrun with politicians and panderers, but we'll take it back someday. That's where you'll find the Ducal Palace, the Valian Embassy, and Crucible Keep. The Crucible Knights were the original freedom fighters in Defiance Bay, but now they're just shredding peacocks with the eyes of fancy on titles, with their eyes on fancy titles and their heads up their asses. There's an old temple of Utica there too. Ah, got those Utica temples, beautiful Utica, New York temples. He's real nice for her. He winks. Tell me about Andra's gift. Got the name because it was a wetland that was drained back in the imperial days. Now it's a seedy district populated by sailors, common folk, and more than a few thugs. But it's a fun place too if you know where to look. Look for a place called the Salty Mast when you're there. Other than that, it's mostly warehouses and abandoned homes. Tell me about Heritage Hill. Used to be one of the more prestigious districts in the city. Here's the Revolution claimed plots up here, next to an ancient Anguithan tower and the city's cemetery. Had the best views in Defiance Bay. Attract richer types these days. A lot of animancy patrons. This dude really hates animancy. You wouldn't have heard, but something happened over there a couple months ago. The authorities sealed it off and they're keeping their mouths shut, but mark my words, animancy's to blame. Alright, that's enough. Good little rundown of the city. Probably we'll look to find an inn or something pretty soon. We've got an injured party member. So that'd be nice. Be a handy thing. So there's not much to do on this side of the river, it looks like, so I guess we'll cross over the bridge. Bunch of angry people, protesters. Calm water smell faintly of refuse. That's a big city. Makes sense. What's this place? The Goose and Fox. Sounds like a tavern. Ah, it's a loading screen. That's a damn shame. I gotta say, the loading screens in this game are awful long. There's a bunch of people. I'm guessing these are all Kickstarter backers. Yeah. The Vulture. The Vulture sounds interesting. Let's reach out for it. Oh, never mind. Too long. I was gonna read the Vulture, but that shit's way too long. A bunch of people just here. What is this? Stelger's pelt is thick with dust and moths. The plaque below the beast reads Maiden Falls 2682. That's stealing, right? Yeah.
Well met, friend.
Man behind the bar is nearly the size of a Mao. A handle protrudes from his back, and his face is set in a stoic frown. He gives you a small nod. Here for a drink? There's a tiny pewter cup in front of him. He turns it in one broad hand but doesn't drink it. I actually would like a room. Let's see. Lasts for 2 rest. You get dexterity, survival, and defense, and disengaging. They all last for 2 rest. Perception and resolve, intellect and lore, athletic mechanics, range to accuracy. Let's go... I don't really care. Let's just do the cheaper one, I guess. It barely matters, but we need to rest. I might as well stay in an inn. We're in a big city, right?
Greetings.
Order some refreshments. There's a yellow lab. We gotta get the puppy. Gonna get all the familiars. That's everything? Yeah, okay. Got adventurers, we get retrain, party management, alright. Now we're good there. Alright, so let's maybe try and sell some things. Do we have a bunch to sell? We do have a bunch to sell. Always a bunch to sell. What do we need that fine hunting bow? I don't really want to get rid of these grimoires yet. We might, we've already learned our spells from all of them. I don't know. We might want to keep them. Someone else might need to learn from them. Let's just get rid of like duplicate stuff. We got 2 finance stocks. Yeah, we don't need both. The rest we might find some need for at some point in the game. Well, that hatchet seems really good actually. There's a lot of weapons I forgot we even had in here. Alright. Get rid of all this junk. Yeah, it's probably good for now, right? Yeah, I think so. Alright. Yeah, we made back a good chunk of money already. Great. More Kickstarter backers. It's like every tavern's just like shoved full of these Kickstarter backers. There are a ton. This guy seems like he got something going on. Kainra. A woman sits by herself, spinning something on the table in front of her and watching it with furious intensity, so the size of a coin and it wobbles over a crack in the wood with a metallic rattle. This is not a good time. What are you doing here? She takes a long drink from her glass. She's trying to calm down, trying to talk myself out of something foolish. She says nothing for a few moments, is hoping for you to leave. At last, she looks up at you. A lamplight falls across her face. A purpling bruise is blossoming along her cheekbone. Something I need to give my fiancé, Pernish. Only he doesn't seem to go anywhere with his new friends. They're not exactly pleasant company. With these new friends. They come into our house with their dead eyes and their black teeth. I'm not a fool. I know what it means. Pernish makes me leave when they show up, but it's obvious what they come to do. Last time they came, I told them to get out. Let them have their fun somewhere in the gift, but not under my roof. He scowls and then winces, fingertip gently probing her bruise. I'm not actually sure what he means. Dead eyes, black teeth, drugs maybe? Animancy? I don't know what this is. Sveff changes you, I guess. The Pernish I knew wouldn't have squashed a spider. I never thought he'd... I thought stuff just made people lay around not doing... Okay, yeah, it must be a drug. I thought stuff just made people lay around not doing much. I don't really know. It seemed better than believing he's always been this way. Maybe I can go talk to him. There's nothing more to say to him. We're finished. I just want to give this back to him and have a clean break. She opens her hand. A ring clatters on the table. It's his grandmother's. Even after this, I don't have the heart to sell it off. But if I go back there myself, I know what'll happen. I'll lose my temper, and I'll probably wind up with another one of these. I'll take it to him. That sounds rough. I'm sorry, girl. This house is just north of here. Just please don't hurt him. As fierce as I am, I don't want that on my conscience. Well, okay. I'll try not to.
Greetings.
Was there something else you said about yourself? Name's Bishop, used to be a scholar of Bareth. Now I run the Goose and Fox and kept the regulars in line. He straps and you see a warhammer strapped to his back. What more is there to tell? How'd you go from religion to taverns? The journey isn't as long as you'd think. It started with Hollowborn and with this. Takes a black bottle from under the bar and fills a pewter cup. It's my sister's son. At the beginning of Wadewin's legacy, he was one of the first. I never expected there would be so many after him. Tragedy is part of the cycle, but it's followed by rebirth. Yet every year, more parents were grieving for their Hollowborn children, and the gods were silent. So you lost faith? He leans forward, crossing his arms on the bar. Bareth promises rebirth. Cycles. But the only cycle I found was this one. Taps the bar. Have a drink. Have another, and another, until I couldn't remember how I got home. Wake up. Come back. I finally woke up one day to see my family had packed up and left. For all I know, they'd left days before and just hadn't noticed, but they were gone, so I came here. Cleaned up since, now that I've found my answers. Just stop asking questions. Wow. Looks like a lively place. It's found in the early days of the Direwood independence by a traveling scholar named Errol of Levi. He wanted a place where kith of all backgrounds could gather and hash out the issues facing their new country. It didn't take long for the place to fill up. Brackenbury aristocrats argued with dockworkers from the gift, while soldiers wrangled with politicians. Direwoodans have never been known to turn down an argument. Can you imagine things got interesting? Soon, kith were coming from the farms and settlements too. This place got even more popular with the Valian sailors and the salty mast, and that was the problem. No matter what people say about fair-mindedness and civil debate, there's only so much people will tolerate. Errol found himself on the wrong side of an argument with the wrong Thane, and when he disappeared a few days later, some said it was the work of that Thane. But Errol knew which way the wind was blowing. If you ask me, he skipped town, hid out somewhere hoping for rational minds to prevail in Defiance Bay. If only he'd seen it now. Okay, bye, I guess. What's up here? A dragon's outlined in charcoal pencil. Thick, jagged lines and the faint smell of sulfur. Says the artist completed this sketch in a hurry. Dragon White March. Little stealing.
I'll have it in no time.
I open this up. Is it still stealing? It is. Did unlock it though, so you know, got some experience for that. Brad First. He's a merchant. Ah, well, nothing. Painting depicts Glenfallen ruins, and the canvas bears the rough brushstrokes of a talented amateur. A dwarf and an Orlan debate philosophy on the other side of the curtain. Seems like a lively tavern. Errol of Levi, the Gene Company of course, looks on enigmatically from the canvas. Upstairs is a loading screen too? Hope this won't be too long. It's just the upstairs of a building. Yeah, great. Herdy. Okay. No one seems too...
Good day to you.
Two-tone Wexel. An Orlund man relaxes his feet propped on the table. Patches of dark brown skin peek out from under a full mane of blue-green hair. He and the Orlin woman with him exchange laughs and comments with the trio at the table nearby, and he spins a dagger in his hand. His hazel eyes watch you. You look like you've seen a night or two in the wilds, joining us for a drink. Who are you? The name is Two-Tone Wexel. The lady next to me is Key. We've had our family expeditions. We were hoping to enjoy a little peace and quiet, for the next few weeks anyway. I'm Dreadshot Dayton. This is Hurdy and Ilfa. We were part of separate expedition teams, but we both suffered losses and decided to band together. Beast, barbarians, bioax, it's a dangerous time to be an adventurer, but a prosperous one, too. And here's to many more prosperous journeys. Something else you wanted? I guess not. Just a bunch of books. Just a bunch of people in here. Old Stern Coast.
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
Oh, that's not stealing. Got fruit and lockpicks. You take the lockpicks. Take the fruit and the party inventory. I wonder if I unlock this one, if it'll be stealing.
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
It is, okay. I should at least lockpick everything, right? What have we got in here? Most unfortunate tale of Favia and Burnett, a valiant tragedy. I will take it to sell it. Pages of these old books are crisp and fragrant like the salt of a sea breeze. Sounds pleasant. These are all Kickstarter dudes. What are you? Guess one of
I'll have it in no
the
time.
god people. This looks weird. Okay. Let's go downstairs. There's a lot going on in this world. It feels like there was never like an explanation of the basic stuff, which I guess is fine. Because if you look at it from the perspective of like one of the characters in the game, and they wouldn't need like every race fully explained or anything. I guess all that race stuff is there in the character creation screen. If people wanted enough, I can always go back and kind of do a read through of just all the characters and stuff in creation, just so we can kind of get a good look on what's what. Wow, this place is big. Brackenbury, the Catacombs, First Fires, the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. We'll definitely want to go there. Dormitory. Loomdala's house. Pernus's home. So I guess we should do that first. Go to whatever his face's home is. And confront him. Heritage Hills claims another curious soul. What are you talking about? Please move along. How long was? What are you? What do you do? Crier? Oh, the town crier. I see. News guy. People all over the place here. There's a grappling hook in a barrel. Who just throws away a good grappling hook? Oh. Okay. Addict. Got a drug den. A couple of crude beds have been improvised from an assortment of tailored blankets and pillows, as well as some dark liquid stain the fabric. Bunch of fucking addicts in here. Got some Svef. Oh, here it is. It gives you attack speed, move speed. Doesn't sound like you get kind of a low from it. We'll take your drugs. You become a Svef dealer,
I'll
maybe?
see what I can do.
Open that shit.
The work of a moment.
It is stealing, so don't want to do that. At least until we've killed everyone. The guards hold up a hand as you approach. You can turn right back around. Lower floors are all yours, nobody goes upstairs. Why not? Because you'll be breathing through new holes in your neck if you head up there. That's why. Just mind your own business. Once you're on the Svef, you're not going to much care where you are anyway. Alright, fine. Whatever. I don't want to fight you right now.
Good day, stranger.
Man before you flashes you a toothy and rather unpleasant grin. Well now, a new face. Welcome, friend. Name's Pernish, and this is my humble abode and place of business. I do hope you're here to do some business. Seems like a lot of art for one man. You must be popular. Sure, right. Very perceptive. This business attracts some less pleasant types. Sometimes the clientele gets a little pushy, and every so often someone even turns out to be snooping into things they shouldn't. Lessons have to be taught. Sure, you're too smart to get wrapped up in all that, of course. Simple. If you have the coin, I have the Svef. You're free to make use of the premises, so as long as you don't do anything stupid and you don't go get to tangling with the other customers now. What can I get you? Well, here's the ring of your fiancé. Nice. What's this for? You don't recognize the wedding band you gave Kainra? Oh yeah, I see now. She's making a statement, is she? Good riddance to her then. Sorry if I spent the coin to begin with. Well, what a prick. Now is that all? She seemed to care for you. Why are you doing this? Plenty of stars in the sky. Tell her to get in the salty mask. She's feeling lonely. Me and her are done. Well, I mean, I guess I did it. Uncover what happened at Pernce's house in Copper Lane.
Hello.
What is Sfef? You serious? Sfef's worth every pen, my friend. It's incredible. Lets you see your own soul. And you're looking at Defiance Bay's first and foremost theft merchant. Well, let's talk about Kainra. You really don't want to drop the subject, do you? Seems like a difficult thing to forget giving your ring to someone. Maybe she's just not worth remembering. While you're playing lapdog for her and all, why don't you go back and tell her to keep clear here? Let's talk about something else. So look at your stock. What's you sell? Just Sfef? Okay. Well, fair enough, I guess. Well, what's it there? I'm gonna give him money. I do like the view over this way. Whoa. What? What happened? What the shit? That's weird. Okay, I guess we're fighting now. That's not exactly kind of what I was picturing happening right here. Let's switch you real quick to Mace and Shield and attack. You, let's just shoot you. Everyone shoot this guy and get him dead real quick so we can free up people in combat. I don't really know how we ended up in combat there. I bribed the guy to make sure that wouldn't happen. But okay, whatever, I guess. You attack him. Yeah, let's just finish up this mercenary before we do too much. Alright, so that's done. You, well, Jesus. That was weird. I just walked over there and, like, shit went haywire. Necrotic Lance? That's Necrotic Lance a dude. Let's Necrotic Lance this guy. Boar, why don't you attack him as well? You should mark Nyrid. Why don't you mark this merc? Yeah, mark that merc. And we'll go to you. Why don't you do Champ B? Yeah. And what are you doing? You're attacking? Where are you attacking? You're kind of in the middle of things, aren't you? Let's do Consecrated Ground.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the one you marked, right? Yeah, let's definitely get attacking then. He, starting to hurt. Consecrated Ground, great. Did we already use Second Wind? Did we accidentally use it or something? Alright, we definitely want to nuke down this guy that's engaged with our priest. He's getting his ass beat. We don't want to do that because we're going to hit our own guys. Which, you know, fair. Let's use our better magic missile, though. Yeah. Let's have you knock this guy down. That worked great. Alright, you move back first off. And next we will... Let's use Circle of Protection. Right in the middle of it all. Yeah, go... Oh, he's almost dead. So that's not too bad. Great. It's going pretty well. Wait, why are you up here? Oh, I forgot to switch her to her ranged weapon. That's a real shame. Oh well. Should be fine. Dude's almost dead anyway. Let's attack him. He needs to die next. He's close to it, and he seems like he's healing people. He's got spells and everything. Let's take him out. Stop! He staggers back, holding a bloody hand in front of him. I give up. Just leave, and I'll go peacefully. Too late? Well, I mean, I didn't have another option there. That's weird how this turned out. It's not really what I was wanting or expecting.
Yes.
I didn't have any other option besides too late either, which is very strange. A little bit of murder party going on. Okay, well, we're fine. That worked out okay. Gonna take his grimoire. Got lots of money out of it at least. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Get some good spells. Got a couple things we didn't know. What the fuck happened there?
All right then.
A little confused. Might as well take it. What's upstairs? Got some milk. Could always use some milk. Pots are crushed up with some unidentifiable gunk. Well, there was obviously some weird shit going on there. I don't like that I bribed that guy and then he instantly, like, triggered a combat scenario. Hey, more mercenaries! Okay. Eder, go do your thing. Pets, also go do your thing. Everyone, move back. All you ranged people, step back. And nuke them up. Okay, that's working out so far. You stay where you are, and we'll use this thing. Great. Now let's shoot the heck out of everyone. He's almost gone. We'll launch another one of these bad boys. So he's out. Great. And we'll wound the other guy to death. Wound him to death. Strategy I like going for. And we'll just throw spells. I don't think we really need to waste any more like spells on them. Why don't you attack the guy you're engaged with? How about that? Seems like that makes sense. Everyone attack.
Hey.
Okay, well, mercenaries are chumps. Wow, bunch of fine stuff. It's good. Take it all. We got rusty bronze key. Small key found in Pernish's house.
All right then.
A lot of money. Jar chipped and cracked. What is this? Adiran dialects. Wow, that's crazy. There's a lot of information in there. How to pronounce the language? That's insane. That's cool that it's all there for information, though. Potion Merciless Gaze. Unlock with the key. Oh, there's Pernish. A man lies, bound and bloodied, on the floor before you. His face is a tapestry of bruises and blood spattered across several corners of the room. The man cringes and sobs as you approach. Gods, please no more. I can't take any more. Not here to hurt you. You're not? Praise beareth. You're not one of his men, are you? Please, I don't know who you are, but my name is Pernish, and this is my house. You have to help me. Who was that downstairs? An imposter, some wizard named Nyrad. He came into my house, tied me up in here, tortured me, and now he and his men are eating my food, breaking my things, selling Svef inside my house. He just turned up all of a sudden? He looked away, unable to meet your gaze. He figured me out even faster than my supplier. I may have hung on to a tiny portion of his share, but he needed that money. What exactly happened? He sent over the wizard Nyrad, the man downstairs, to make up the lost copper, I guess, and to hurt me while he was at it. It feels like it's been days. Oh, he's already been taken care of. I can't believe this nightmare is finally over. You have no idea what you've done for me, but I need to find my love, Kainra. Only after what Nyrad put her through, I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you. Please, she must be somewhere in Copperland. It's the only home she's known. Please don't tell her about the Svef, about what I do. It could make it worth your while, a discount maybe. She sent me here in the first place. She did? The woman helped save my life without realizing it. Please bring her home and tell her everything's back to normal. I'll go talk to her. Oh, okay, fine. You seem kind of like a little bit of a prick, but whatever. Selling drugs out of your house? Don't tell your fiance? That seems a little silly. I mean, she's gonna figure it out. I think you gotta cheat the guys too? That's stupid. It's not very smart. But okay, we'll go tell her. That's one quest down. We already beat up a wizard. Shit, that's fine. Great. Did we make money out of it too? We did. Made a good chunk of money.
Well, whatever happens, at least we're out of that mud hole, Gilded Vale. I grew up in Gilded Vale. Quaint. That's what I meant to call it. No, you had it right.
Go talk to him. He shakes his hand with a bitter
Pretty
smile.
sure you won't find one among them who stood within 100 miles of that bridge when the Godhammer went off. Too bad, too. Assumed there'd be less of them.
Why do they call themselves the Dozens? It was 12 Drywoodians stood outside Howgate Citadel waiting for Wadewind to cross the bridge there. They had to hold him there long enough for the Godhammer to detonate, so that's what they did. What's the Godhammer? So they call the bomb they blew up Wadewind with. Don't know much about it other than that. Anything kills a living god, guess you gotta name it. That's fair. What do you have against the Dozens? Nothing serious, nothing I don't have against a lot of folks anyway. The Dozens, they like to take things into their own hands, get ugly sometimes. We don't have them in Gilded Vale, but they'd be right at home there. They picked that name so they could do what they wanted and feel like it was right. Got nothing to do with honor or sacrifice. They like to invoke Magrin too, when they especially want to feel right. Somehow I don't think she'd be too impressed with that lot. I'm sure she'd like to set them on fire anytime they use her name, but the gods probably got rules against that kind of thing. Let's see. Surely Magrin is worthy of your followers. She draws all types, seems to me. More than she'd like, I'm sure. Warmongers, fire lovers. His eyes fixed briefly on Durant's. But she does do better than that. Plenty of good soldiers said their prayers to her when we were marching towards the front lines. Have to expect those are the types you prefer to talk to. Let's continue on. Okay, fine. Let's go tell, Cain the good news? If it's an option, I'm definitely going to tell her that her, husband was, or fiance was selling, Pernish being impersonated by a powerful wizard, however, the real Pernish also deals spef. Yeah, that's fair enough. I had no idea. Pernish, she brings her fist down on the table, sloshing a drink. Damn it, how can I trust him after something like this? He's lied to me for so long. I should just be glad I found out before this wedding. Right now I need help and forgiveness. I'm in Defiance Bay. He still loves you. You really want to give up all your future together. Perhaps you're right. If he's willing to give it up, we can work this out. Seems worthwhile to give him a chance anyway. Oh, and take this. Picked it up from one of the merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. She gave him an item, Unwavering Resolve, added to my inventory. We got a bunch of experience. What's Unwavering Resolve? Neck piece. Intellect and Resolve. Okay, well, Intellect I should give it to my mage, I guess. It would be instead of his cape. What's his cape do now? Willpower? Yeah, I'll take the cape. Should go on... Let's see. Let's give it to the priest. He gets a fancy cape. Morning Circle added. The quest expires in 2 days? What is it talking about? Morning Circle. Rewards. 15 experience. 15% experience. Morning gloves. Some treasure. Secret Society of Animanters have been traveling around the Eastern Reach, promising to restore life to lost loved ones. They perform their rituals of clandestine meetings in various cities, never staying in one place for more than a few days. As some spark of life appears to be restored to the bodies they revive, authorities suspect the group is behind abductions, murders, vivisections, and other ghastly practices that appear to be required by their methods. To make matters worse, those restored to life rapidly decompose or go mad within days of their resurrection. Concerned animancers and various civic authorities are seeking help in tracking down these responsible. I have no companions in the stronghold. Well, seems like I won't be getting this quest done then. Because I think it would take me, like, about as long to get there as it would just to start the quest. We don't have anyone to send off on it anyway. When we get more party members, we definitely want to take advantage of stuff like that, though, I think. That's cool. So we're kind of like the jobs in Final Fantasy Tactics, where you need a certain amount of party members to go off and just do things. Let's go to the marketplace. Seems like a good second place to go to. Paragund. Remember, we met by Madmer Bridge? Thanks for helping me out back there. It's promised to give you the best prices in town. If it weren't for you, I'd still be broke. Got a bunch of traps. A rope and grappling hook, some camping supplies. Actually, nothing I really care about. Well, oh well. Sell some stuff, I guess, because I'm here. Get rid of this fine flail. We got a flail we got a stiletto that's also like masterwork or whatever. It's got hugely enchanted. So we can get rid of some of this stuff.
Good day, stranger.
Enchanted scrolls or garbs. Seal of faith. What's it do? Wow, we can't afford that. Usable only by priest. +1 first level spell uses. Wow, that's really good though. But we cannot afford that. 14,000 is crazy. We can't afford like any of this stuff. Wizardry ring, basically. Oh, wow. A lot of good rings. What's deflection again? Oop, it said right there. Deflection's defense used to resist direct melee and range attacks. That would be really good for a tank to have. Protections, fortitude, will. Wow, these are all really good rings, but we don't really have the money to afford them. Bunch of scrolls, Ashwood cameo figurine. 15,000 copper? Intricate piece has been crafted from one small piece of ashwood. A raised relief has been carved across the front, depicting an eerie, beautiful figure standing beneath a large and twisting tree. Face turns slightly to regard the viewer, as if having just noticed their presence. Summons Dilungam. Once per rest. Okay, can't afford it. There's a bunch of stuff. We're gonna buy all this Pilgrim's Crown because that's useful in some upgrades for gear. Oh, no, we'll trade. Okay, let's see if we can do some upgrades real quick. Not going to take much time. Like, let's upgrade your bow. It's a fine bow now. Go to level 8 to make it exceptional. What we need to make it damaging. So what's fine do? +4 accuracy, +15% damage. Okay, I see. I think it's good being fine right now. Can change this breastplate. It's already fine. Can make it of dexterity. There's all sorts of stuff we can do. Maybe I won't stress out about it too much right now. It's already fine. It's already, I made it burning. That's right. So that's all good. Yeah, I think we're okay right now, actually. Don't need to go too nuts. Making it slash proof would be nice. Need a beetle shell for it. Let's see if you got a beetle shell. Got any beetle shells, Laura?
Good day to you.
That'd be a weird thing to stock, but you seem to have some weird stuff. You do not have any beetle shells, though. That's a shame. No beetle shell, no deal.
Good day, stranger.
What have you got? Mostly cooking ingredients? Dragon eggs? While full-grown dragons can grow into titanic proportions, their eggs start out just larger than a human torso. I mean, that's still pretty fucking big. They make very filling meals if one's willing to brave the risk of raiding a nest. I want to go raid a dragon's nest, just because.
Greetings.
Ygrin stands on his stall, polishing a broadsword. The patterned flesh around his eyes is crinkled with age, and the muscles in his arms are knotty and lean, but he holds the weapon with ease. Come to take a look. You won't find a finer collection of armor and weaponry in Defiance Bay, outside Sunild's, of course. What's so special about Sunild? She operates in the Expedition Hall. Sells the best equipment in the city, but winning keeps her on a short lease. Keeps her fine inventory reserved for chartered expeditioners, members of the dozens, and anyone else he takes a liking to. I'll see what you got for sale. Oh, it's a sick bow. Crimson damage toward his endurance. Attack can stun on crits. I mean, that seems pretty great. I can't afford that, though. That's not what I want to compare it to. The Lady's Hand. A Scepter. A Pike. The Shatter Star. That seems pretty... Properties Annihilation. That seems pretty cool. What's that do? Is that the crit damage multiplier? Is that what annihilation is? Guarding and fine? Huh. Plus 1 enemies engaged. That must be the guarding part of it. There's some really good stuff here, but okay, you can click here to compare. It's the same, isn't it? It does appear to be the same. He started with a really good weapon, I guess. Okay. Yeah, we don't really need any of this then, I suppose. Besides the stuff that we just can't afford. Pike's Pride. Medium armor. I mean, breakout. What's that do? Negative stun duration and knockdown duration. Ah. I see. The Nerd Demon. Skyrim helmet. Plus 2 intellect. I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't really have the extra money to really afford it right now. How many lockpicks do we have? Where would I find lockpicks? I don't have many. Actually, probably good idea to buy some lockpicks. Since there's not many people that sell them, so we're gonna go ahead and buy lockpicks. Okay, it seems like if you're a Kickstarter person, you got the slightly different colored nameplate, so I should look out for that. Oh, we got some cocoa. Who are these chocolate barrels? Like unguarded. It's not even stealing, so it's just like discarded. Seems to be just trash chocolate. What's this place? Doesn't say? Well, let's go inside and find out. Just walk into someone's house at like 11 p.m. at night. It's not weird at all. I can just take from the table. Right, everyone knows the plan. Up the wall and in the window. Grab the jewel for the pretty little lord. We got it. You probably shouldn't be saying all this with us right next to him. Listen, dwarf, if I have to... Langdon, we have company. Greetings! You up? Looking for someone? Because this isn't the best. Idiot! They're probably with the Crucible Knights. Made a grave mistake coming here. Oh. Oh. You see... I mean... nothing. Let's, move back, priest. Run away. Okay, great. The priest ran away. That's exactly what we needed. Everyone do things. Priest, you're going to cast that. You got someone engaged. That's great. Let's, go ahead and make you the favored target here. Let's take out Langdon. We're casting B. Oh, let's cast A, because B only works in a certain period. Yeah, let's just use A. Well, it's already chanting, I guess, and it won't stop. Alright, so let's shoot Langdon. You, for now, until things get a little more clear, let's just cast. Alright. Happy there now. We're going to cast Blessing, for sure. Might as well. Great. Now attack. Let's finish off Langston. What are you doing, Wolf? These guys are going down pretty quick, I gotta say. How is this how is Slag not dead yet? Anyway, skeletons. Skeletons! Oh, like everyone's dead.
What?
Everyone get dirty rigbit. Well, hey Onion, how you doing? We just crushed everyone in this room. I just kind of walked into that. Rapier, guess lockpick. With a thieves' letter. Our contact inside Raymont Manor will leave a second story window ajar. He's confirmed the location of their Heart of the White March in the hidden chamber. Get your crew together and head to Brackenbury before Lord Raymont moves the jewel. Well, I definitely didn't care all that much. Tell someone about the plot. Yeah, indeed. I guess I will. Sorry guys, I didn't really mean to. I didn't mean to crush your Black Panther party. Everyone.
Hey.
Yeah, oops. Is there anything else in here? Big old bed. Muddy boot prints and splotches of ale stain the bed sheets. Got a book on House to Him now. God, that's great. There's so much lore in this game.
You
I
should
don't
see
have
this.
this. Trap! Disarmed it. Great.
Shh.
We should move silently, I guess. I didn't expect traps, honestly. Yeah. Oops. We find a loose flagstone. That's a moonstone in there. That's cool. Alright. Well, stumbled upon that. That was fun. Found a little bit of, some thieves were about to loot something, and they just attacked me instead of talking like rational human beings. Should have been battered and scarred in long ago battles. Admis Den. So the same thing? Yeah. Let's check out in here too. Why not? There's a lot of things to just stumble upon in this town, in this game in general. This town seems particularly stumble-upon-y.
This looks like the kind of place we could find allies. For a prize.
Yeah, I'm sure we could find mercenary here. Whatever. Weenan. Who are all these badasses? A well-groomed man steps through the hall with a confident swagger. A smug grin etched on his face. He is flanked by 5 other hard-looking individuals. One of his companions eyes you for a moment before spitting chew at your feet. Another pup comes wandering in, I see. Just know that Bine's giant slayers run things around here and you'll be fine. Never heard of him. You have now. Stick around Defiance Bay and you will again. Plenty of bounties to go around, but there's a reason the giant slayers get the lion's share. Remember that. Enough jabber, Bine. You gonna do the job or talk about it? Whedon's right. That coin ain't going to collect itself. See you around, pup. So this is like a adventuring mercenary den. What's up, Weenan?
Don't stand on ceremony. State your business.
Tell the dozens. Good men and women trying to walk in the footsteps of great men and women who came before us. We're a loose association of warriors and expeditionaries in the Direwood. Not as fancy as the Crucible Knights, mind you, but at least we'll remember our roots. At least I remember someone else's roots. Pretend to be like them, he means. Your roots? The Crucible Knights take pride in having won the Direwood's freedom 150 years ago. We're the ones who've protected it. Everyone knows that the Saints' War ended when the Godhammer destroyed Waidwin at Yvonne Dwyer Bridge. A lot of folks who don't know how Waidwin wound up on that bridge. 7 men, 5 women. They walked out of Halgut Citadel and faced down a god. Held him there until the bomb went off. That's the legacy we defend. Some call us mercenaries, but we don't need matching armor and silky clothes to remember our roles. We're the same now as we were then. We stand up for the people, first line of defense, whatever it takes. We've got enemies now. If it's not Waidwin, it's his damned legacy. It's the damn soul butchers in Brackenberry making things worse than all of us. Probably causing the whole thing one way or the other. Well, we haven't gone anywhere, and there's a lot more than 12 of us now. We defended Direwood once, we'll do it again.
Go
Looking
see
for work.
Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
Daggers mark the locations of various Ingwithian ruins. Notes posted around the map list bets on current expeditions.
For the last time, Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up. If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off.
To the expedition hall. It's treasure hunting, plain and simple. Sponsors put up money, hire adventurers to explore the wild, looking for ruins mostly. They come back alive and split the spoils. If not, it's because they handle their weapons like this lot in front of me, who might as well be digging up their own graves right now. I'm looking for work.
An expedition talk to Wenham. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
But Weenan told me to talk to you. Although, I do have something I need done. Something that requires competence. What do you need done?
I was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back.
Why don't you go ask back?
No. Oh, they'd like that, I'm sure. But I won't be going. Sooner be torn apart by dogs than give them the satisfaction.
What's this
It's a
armor?
breastplate. Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the liberation.
Doesn't sound like you left by
Don't
your
choose
choice.
to leave knighthood. The Crucible Knights, they may not be a real knighthood, but the oaths you swear are just as true. Still, Turns out that even unofficial knighthoods have politics. You cross the wrong man, suddenly all kinds of accusations are thrown your way, and nobody believes you.
Nothing more destructive than a crowd with the wrong idea. I'll see what I can do.
Penhelm you're looking for. A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind of fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out.
Okay. I got word from a reliable source that Pinhelm visited a forger in Andra's Gift right after having his soul lineage read by a cipher in Dunnard Row. Should you have it in your heart to find a way to ruin his life while you're there, well, drinks on me.
It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunreed Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
If generations of Mosaic traditions are any indication, this Pinhelm probably doesn't remember it. Still, a past like that has to count for something. If I want to hire an adventurer, maybe more than one by the looks of you, I'll show you who's available. Ah, okay, so there's some adventurers I can pay some cash. And I could possibly send them on quest at my stronghold. But we'll worry about that later.
I'll have it in no time.
It's gonna be stealing getting out there anyway, so meh. Alright, so that's all we can do in here for now. I'm guessing once we finish that quest, we'll be able to do more stuff here, collect bounties and whatnot. I suppose. Nothing as of yet, though. Alright. Let's traverse on. Still got a lot of city to explore. I think we're going to spend all episode just exploring this city. Maybe then some. There's a lot here. That makes sense. Like any of these bigger RPGs, kind of the cities always take a while. God, I know the Fallout games, like once you got to a big city in there, you could do like the entire gameplay there almost. We'll certainly finish exploring this portion of the map before we move on. I'm the kind that has to go into like every house and check everything out mostly. Painting depicts the famous scene from Light of the Dawn, in which the traveler and the ghost happen upon a starving man. It seems like this game rewards it though, so definitely happy to do so. Potion of Use of Vital Essence. Unlocking will require the proper key. Okay. Well, I guess that's all in here right now. Lumdala is, I guess Lumdala's key or something. Some key that accesses Ludana's house. Drive to some dormitories. Clicking an item in a container while holding the shift key will move it directly. Okay, gotcha. I understand. Stealing. Spilled tea, empty ink pots, and one detailed sketch of a fire-breathing old dwarf for all that remain of a long study session.
Well met, friend.
By Whale's sizeless face, you are one short ogre, but why are you green? And how are you getting the duck to keep flying around you like that? What? Let me guess, you smoked a lot of white leaf, or did you get your hands on some snowcap? Snowcap. Snowcap. So few people know snowcap, much less ogres. He beams at you and nods his head. You're a scrivener? Yes, I am a scrivener. I read books. I write books. I once ate a book, but only because it looked like sweet pie. Or perhaps it was sweet pie baked to look like a book. Interesting. Oh, I'm also a collector of herbs, flowers, plants. I sell them. Mostly I eat them. Show me what you have for sale. God, this sounds like a character that the Count Whoopass would have made. We're going to buy a bunch of Pilgrim's Crown. Because it's useful in making weapons fine. Yeah,
Godspeed you.
Yeah, it's fine. Chief of Corin. There's like a bunch of scriveners. Nothing too special here, it seems. This place is pretty dull. It's just like one high guy. Which I guess it's just some dorms, so whatever. Now we know. We got some materials, so that's cool. A historian. Yeah, more Kickstarter backers, it looks like. First fire. So we want to go to the hall next. So let's go up here, and then that'll be done with this part of the city.
All these pages serve no better use than fuel for the fire.
Wow. Durance, you should chill it, dude. Welcome to the Hall of Revealed Mysteries.
Greetings.
Owen barely glances up from the tones on the table as you approach. You're welcome to browse the stacks, but mind that you keep your voice down. This is still a temple after all, and Grimda doesn't tolerate disorder. It's a temple? Looks like a library. Her eyes grow wide and round. That's because it is. Whale's the god of mysteries and answers, encryption and decryption, concealment and revelation. Its guidance comes from the understanding of the unknown and the protection of hidden knowledge. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries was built to celebrate that. I think there's such a place in the Direwood. Incredible. I'd love a glimpse of the archives. How many secrets must sit upon those shelves? Fascinating, isn't it? Temples dedicated to Whale tend to hold vast stores of knowledge. We use that knowledge to unravel and preserve the mysteries of the world. Anything else? Tell about yourself. I am a scrivener and a devotee of Whale. It's my duty to look after our records and resources. Who's Grimda? Why, she's the High Archivist. Archivist. She's one of the most accomplished scholars alive today. Nothing goes on here without her knowing about it. Almost nothing, anyway. You should probably tread lightly around her today. Okay. So, I mean, lots of books. Can we... I get it stealing if we take it, but, like... I guess you can right-click and read it. Yeah, that's, I mean... So you can't just take it out of the shelf, but that's fine. There's a lot of books, but a lot of stuff. I'm gonna open them all in case they're like there's a quest hidden within or something. I don't want to accidentally steal. That would be bad. Hermetic God of Cold. The White Winds. This place is crazy. There's all sorts of stuff. Selected correspondences of Giftbringer Aiden. There's so many books. True stories from the living lands. And there's a lot of content in these books. Got the Many Faces of Bareth. Saints War, Part 2, Invasion. The Travels of Errol of Levi. Gotta watch out for some genes. What is this? And possibly this painted eye seems to move whenever you turn your back. Huh.
Welcome.
Elderly dwarf surveys the stacks. Her skin looks as tough and wrinkled as a walnut. Despite her stature, she manages to look down her nose at you. You're welcome to look around, but let the priests and scriveners continue their search. Wouldn't do to give them any other excuses. What are you looking for? Maybe I could find it. Could you now? You certainly couldn't do worse than this lot anyway. Thieves made off with an ancient scroll of Whale. They intend to blaspheme by selling that which should remain hidden, a secret of the 100 Visions. The guards caught one of them, but were overzealous in their interrogation. All they could piece together was something about a farmhouse and the road to Dryford. Or Direford. Track the thieves down. I don't care what you do with them, but bring back the scroll. Whale rewards the persistent seeker, and so do I. An ancient scroll of Whale, that's a fine prize. I mean, a worthy task. What else do you need? A question about the missing scroll. Seems odd that a few burglars managed to steal from a place like this. Some secrets Whale keeps even from me. Tell me what you know about the thieves. Very little, except they were foolish to believe they could steal from the God of Secrets, and they were fleeing to a farmhouse. How should I handle them? However you can. Kill them, rob them, leave them. Makes no difference to me. Consider it one of Whale's mysteries. Okay. Let's talk about something else. I think it's good. I think I'm fine with that knowledge. So we're looking for a stolen scroll. Eldritch Archives. No entry into the archives without Grimda's permission. Maybe if we return the scroll, she'll get us access. Final Journal of Jonas. Missives of the Hand Occult. Daily Affirmations of Focus and Efficiency. Saints War Part 1. Overthrow. Alright, that seems to be pretty much in here for now. Got a quest out of it, though. That's exciting. Gotta go retrieve a scroll for some thieves. Those dirty, no good, rotten thieves. Okay. So that's all for now. Where do we want to go next? I guess the first fires is close. We don't really want to go to the catacombs. It's the world map. So what have we got? We're at Copper Lane now. First fire seems to be in the middle of everything. And then there's the Gift, Brackenberry, and Heritage Hill. I guess we'll start with first fires, because it's right here. Might as well. I don't have so much of a, like, purpose necessarily yet. I don't have an overarching thing. I mean, there's quests we have to do in here, but I'm not too worried yet. I think before this I'm actually going to take a small break. So if you give me a minute, I will be right back.